Hi, this is Clay, and this video is going to be the very first introduction to Microsoft Project. And in this video we're only going to do 4 tasks, and they're pretty basic. So I'm telling you this in case you want to skip this video. But what we're going to do is we're going to start a new project file, and we're going to pick the starting date, and we will pick Wednesday's date, and then we're going to save the properties. We'll record the properties for the file, and it'll look something like this. We'll change the information, but this is the kind of thing we're going to do. And then we will save it, which I think everybody knows how to do, and then we will change some of the working hours on a particular day. So we'll change the working time. Those 4 steps. We will not get to entering tasks. This one we are not going to do. We'll do that on the next video. So if you want to enter tasks, please close this video and go to the next one. So first thing I need to do is open Microsoft Project. And of course a new file starts here. So by the way, occasionally I'm going to shift between Microsoft Project and the directions, which you have a printout, but I'll use them on screen. So the first thing that I want to do is open this file, and you can see over here we have the Gantt chart, and then over here we're going to have the tasks. We'll list the duration, the start and the finish, the resources. All of this is coming. This is what we'll do in the coming videos. But the first thing we need to do, if we come back to the Word file, is go to Project Information. So I'm going to come back to Microsoft Project. I'll go Project, down at the bottom, Project Information. There we go. I'm going to pick a start date. The start date I can pick just by selecting the drop down menu, and I'll pick the day of our next class, which is Wednesday the 18th. So there it is, Wednesday the 18th. It also tells me the current date, which is normally the start date, and I'm going to click OK. So let me just run through that again. Project Information, drop down window, and I picked the 18th. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the directions. I've got that. Enter a start date. That's what we just did. Great. So now I'm going to record the properties, and I think you learned how to do this in any of your computer classes. Whether or not you use it is another question, but here we go. If we go to the File drop-down menu, I can see Properties, and I'm just going to put in here, title is video example introduction, and the subject is eTech N450, and the author is Clay, there we go, Clay Gervais, and I'll be the manager as well, and the company is Higher College of Technology. The keyword, I'm going to put eTech N450, keywords, eTech N450, comments, none, thanks, and we won't put a hyperlink. So I click OK. So once again, File, Properties, there's all the summary details. The general is, well, not there yet. So we're interested in the summary details. So I'll click OK there. So I've done my first 2 steps. First was, come up to the top, I started a new project file when project opened. I changed the date to make it the 18th, and now I have recorded the properties for the file itself. The next thing I want to do is save it. So pretty simple. Since I haven't saved it before, I can just click, oh, I need to come back, there we go. I need to click on Save or Save As. So I'll click on Save, and I'm going to call this, what did I call it? Video Example Intro. And I'll save it in my, I'll just save it in my documents. So I click on Save, there we go. So now I've saved it. They saved it as database, so 1 in the directions, however you want to save it. So now what I want to do is have some options change, and I want to change the, you can see here, the calendar. I want to make the week start on Saturday. It starts on Sunday at the moment, but I want the week to start on Saturday. So come back to Microsoft Project, So far we've used the project menu, then we use the file menu, and now we're going to use the tools menu. So we'll come down to tools and options. The first one that you see is the view tab, but that's not the one I want. I want the calendar tab, and I'm just going to say that the work starts on Saturday, and I'm going to set the default end time to 4 o'clock. So I just did that with the keyboard. I deleted the 5 and I put in the 4. 8 hours a day, 8 to 4, yeah, days per month. We'll leave that for now, but 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, yep, that's going to be 40 hours a week. So I'll click OK. So again, that was in the Tools menu. I go to Options, and now when I go back to it, since I was on the Calendar tab, I open the Calendar tab again, and I click change it from Sunday to Saturday, and I change it to 4 o'clock, and I clicked OK. I'll click Cancel. I'll click OK. Alright, so now we've done the first 3 things. We've made a new file, we recorded some properties, we saved it, and we are now changing the work days. Now, that was pretty basic. The next one's a little bit more complicated. I'm going to change a specific day. So, for example, I want to make National Day a holiday. So I click on Tools and I come down to Change Working Time. Instead of Options, I'm not going to go to Options. This time I'll go to Change Working Time. And when I click on it, I get a calendar that comes up, and you can see it's got Saturday and Sunday is the weekend, and Ali, I'm working on that. And here's today's date. Today is Saturday the 14th, and I want to go to National Day, which is in December. So I'm going to go to December 2nd, and I click it, and I come down here, and when I click in the box, I've got a space where I can type. So I can type now, National Day. When I click away from it, National Day is in red, and if I click back onto it, now I can click on the details. At first it was grayed out. I couldn't click on it. Let me show you again. Cancel that. We'll go Tools, Change Working Time, down to December 2nd. I'll come to the box. See how this is great? I'm clicking, but nothing happens. So I come here and I click National Day, enter. Now when I come back to it, look, now I can click on the details, and it's a non-working day. Perfect. It starts on Wednesday the 12th, and it ends on Wednesday the 12th. Sorry, Wednesday the 2nd. So it's one event. That's very good. And it's an exception day, so it's blue color, and it's non-working, so it's sort of grayed out. It's not this blue, it's more like this blue. So I click OK. But now I want to do one more thing. I want to make a day a half day. So I'll go Tools, where is it again? Change Working Time. That's what I want to do. And let's say that I want to make the 20th. I want to make I want to make the 23rd into a half day. So I'll come down here. I've got the 23rd selected. I come down here and I type half day, and I'm in good shape. Now look, that turned a different color as well. When I click on it, I can go to details. It's a non-working day, but I don't want that. I want a working day. So I click the radio button to working times. I only want to work in the morning, so I want to get rid of the afternoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag and select the whole row. And once I've selected that whole row, I have to hit the delete button. Now watch, I'm going to do it wrong the first time, on purpose. When I click the backspace button, only that cell disappears. So it's not the button that says backspace. It's the button that says delete, or DEL, and that wipes out the whole row. So details, working times. Watch, if I just do backspace and I get it wrong, when I go to click somewhere else, it doesn't know what to do with it. So I have to put my 1 back in here. Now I can select them again, I can click delete, and I can click OK. So now, there it is, 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And the 2 is redded out, or blued out when I click on it. Whoops, where'd I go? For November the 23rd. There it is. It's blue because it's an exception day, and it has the number in there underlined for the working hours.